Back to reusability, it's totally changed the game. So just to give you some round numbers, to fly a pound of mass on the space shuttle was $100,000. So imagine a bottle of water, which is sort of by definition a pound, 16 ounces of water. It's $100,000 to orbit.
Incredible.
With the Lockheed Martin and ULA rockets, whether that's the Delta rocket or other vehicles that exist, that's sort of, call it $10,000 a pound to orbit, round numbers. With what SpaceX has done in reusability and the like, we're down to, call it $3,000 a pound on our way to $1,000 a pound. And with other technologies that we think we can roll out, we think we can get that number down to $500 a pound ultimately. Maybe not to fly humans, but certainly to fly hardware. So that's just a shocking increase in performance and decrease in cost. And so imagine New York, if you were to look at a picture of Manhattan in 1910, roughly, what you would see is a fairly dense island with tallest building probably being about 7 or 8 stories. Fast forward to 1920, what would you see? Well, you would see a lot of mid-rise or early forms of the skyscraper. And why is that? Did we not know how to build tall buildings in 1910? Well, no, we did actually. We knew how to build tall buildings in 1910. That we perfected that over time. But what really changed was the advent of the elevator. That's what changed.
Mm-hmm.
People didn't want to walk 20 stories up to their penthouse apartments. So space is very similar. We've built now the elevator. We can now get mass to orbit in quantity. We're going to launch, Daniel, more satellites in 2020 than the history of our civilization prior to 2020. And that's in the middle of a global pandemic. 2021 will set another record. We'll put tens of thousands of pieces of hardware in orbit over the next 24 months. So it really has changed the game. It's enabled business plans that were only conceptual in nature prior to this launch revolution. And it's really captured the imagination. I had the pleasure of being at that Falcon Heavy launch in February of 2018. That's the one that had the Roadster on board. And seeing in person those 2 booster rockets land in synchronicity, it's just unbelievable. I mean, it's science fiction, and you're kind of rubbing your eyes saying, did I just see that happen? And of course, the answer is yes. So it's tremendously exciting. And I think that's what's really captured the imagination. And at last count, I've heard that SpaceX is getting about 10,000 applications a month. 10,000 applications a month to work there. I mean, it's just shocking.
Subscribe to Outliers with Daniel Scrivner now in Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you like to listen to podcasts. And be the first to hear about new episodes and receive exclusive content by joining our newsletter at outliers.fm. I can't wait to help you level up and live your best life.